Hi guys, today we are going to talk about the new G6, the new XPeng G6 that will arrive to Europe in a couple of months. And no, I didn't test it, I didn't saw it. It's still very far away from me because I live in Portugal and we are not going to get that in the beginning. So I know that there are already some European countries that already have the possibility to purchase the cars, and it's being said that it will be delivered in October, so it's not far away. But in Portugal, there is still no news about that. So I do believe that only around September, October, we will see something in Portugal about news about when the cars are coming to some other countries like Portugal, Spain, and others. But we have some things to talk about. So first, before going into the video itself, let me just explain one thing that it's very important. It's a disclaimer because there are a couple of rumors and discussions over internet on what type of equipment the European versions will have. And this is based because there was a lot of talks on XPeng about the new double or in X chips, the Turing chip, etc., that will increase the power of processing power of the cars, and that will then bring the possibility to enhance the self-drive features and some other features. But then on the sites, the websites in Europe where you can purchase the cars, if you go to the descriptions, it's not clear if the cars that are coming to Europe will have those two chips or not. So that configuration is still not very clear. So there are different versions on that. It is not clear what type of equipment and the differences between the Chinese versions and the European versions. Okay, guys? So this is just a disclaimer because what we are about to see now, it's a video that another YouTuber made because he tested the Chinese version of the new G6. I still didn't saw the video, so I will see it now and I will react to it together with you guys on what he is going to test, what he's going to show, and I will give my honest opinion on that. So I believe that he's going to test exterior, interior, new things, and then test some features of the car. And I will give my honest opinion on what I am seeing. But again, it is the Chinese version, not the European version, so it may be different. Okay, guys, so let's go and see the video. So here we are. We have already loaded the video. It's 28 minutes long video, but we are going to fast forward a couple of sections of the video because we don't need to have the introduction. The idea here is to explore the new G6 with the Electric Viking here. But so let's go and let's start playing the video and just move a little bit forward if there is that need, and I will stop and then comment in the sections that I do believe it makes sense. So let's start immediately.
Before you jump to the comments and you say, in my personal experience of owning this car, I think it's awesome, but this is even more awesome because this is the new version. If the price is the same as my car, what I paid for the car, I'm going to go out there and say, this is the best electric car. Value for money wise, range, performance, handling, just luxury.
So he's already giving his feedback on the final considerations, but let's go fast forward a little bit here.
This is it, and it looks really good. The badge is all blacked out. So blacked out badging on the back. The lights look a little different. I have to say, I think the lights do look a little bit better. The front of the car, I'm going to show you guys how the front looks different. Full width light bar in the front.
So he was invited or he went there, I don't know, but it is showing the exterior of the car, and I do believe and I agree with him. So the front, it's just a small detail. So currently we do have the light bar, but then it is stopped in the middle where we have the X logo there. So it's somewhere close to it. It's nice, I do like it. Unfortunately, it's very close to Tesla, so it's going to arise those debates on who copied who. But anyway, it is a nice front here. But in the back, I do believe that the it benefits the changes because that small aileron in the back. It is really nice. I do believe that it brings a little bit more personality to the car. So this aileron here, it shows it is less rounded in the back. So I do like this. Looking at this in this way, it seems like a BMW. It's the feeling that gives me. But well, it is an Xpeng, and in fact, I do like the back a little bit better than the current version. Also, the position of the lights it's much better for sure because it's one of the things that I never considered when I got my car. I never looked at that, so I saw a bunch of videos, but I didn't realize that brake lights and even the rear backwards the car is down below, so I never saw that. Um, but it is what it is. So let's continue here. So he's showing the exterior now. Let's see the interior.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Steering wheel looks pretty much the same. Media screen is bigger. Not built into the dash anymore, guys. Look at that. Not built into the dash. It's bigger, so they had to make it outside of the dash. That's interesting. Look at that. That's a change. All right, this media screen here is meant to be different, they say. So slightly different.
So one thing that I noticed, besides the dash cam, and of course it's a little bit bigger, it's outside as the Electric Viking is saying, and I do like it. It's not a big change. It's not something that I would say that makes the thing. But did you notice that on the air vents, in all the air vents, there is this little thing so that you can then change the direction of the air. So it seems that it has something here. I don't know if this will do it or it is just detail on the design. But currently, we cannot do anything on the air vents because it's all on the main screen. But here it seems that you can do change something over there. I do like the details on the silver with black. I do like even if the wheel drive it's much similar, but it does look a little bit nicer, more sportier, not that bulky. But in the rest, it's more or less the same.
Pretty much the same. Interesting. Look at that.
See
That's a
here,
change. All right, this media screen here is meant to be different, they say.
the screen
Slightly
seems
different
very
media screen.
similar to the
I can't
current
really tell
one.
a lot of difference with that. Um, what else looks different? Like cup holders. This area is a little different. It's flatter here. It looks flatter.
I don't see any big
Am I wrong?
difference.
I don't
So
think I'm wrong. Counter there's the same. Trim on the door is a little different. Not in a.
I'm not a very big fan of this color, this gray color. I do prefer white or black or even some other mix of colors, but gray, I don't know. It's in the in the middle, so I don't know.
Necessarily a good way. It's just slightly different. What else is different? Well, this car is different to the Australian spec model because this has a digital rear view mirror.
The
As you
quality
can see there, it's
looks
showing you the
good.
skyline of Hong Kong because that's what's right behind us. Now, what else has changed in here? You can see all the chrome there. That's different with the air vents there. They look different. What else? Let's have a look. Back seat
Same as
looks the
equal.
same.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I mean, it's a grey interior, so other than that, it's the same. I don't think they've changed the seat. Looks very similar, but big space in here.
Yeah, it's more or less the same. Let's.
See.
Okay, I'm just moving forward
Of course, the standard range model has a.
because I will not talk about the configurations because they will be different in European markets. So it doesn't make sense to be talking about that.
The new G6, the XPeng G6. the 2025 version, which is not yet out in right-hand drive car markets. In fact, it's not yet out outside of China. It's only in China right now.
So it does seem on the exterior, it does seem very, very, very close to the existing one. So just a couple of changes in the back, as we mentioned before, in the front with the light stripe. Inside the car, there are some differences on ambient lights. The dash cam is clearly different. The air vents, I don't know if he will explore that or not, or if we are going to understand how they work. But it's an important point because many people complain about how the air vents work on the current G6. And then we have the rear mirror that in fact is digital. So I have mixed feelings about that. Of course, that in principle it will work well, but I'm afraid that at night it may seem strange. So let's see. I don't know if you will drive at night or not the cars to see if the quality of the image, as it is a digital image, so it's coming from the cameras. And we know that on night it's going to be somehow difficult to have the cameras working well. But let's see what happens here. Um, but the rest of the car, in terms of design, it's very, very close to the existing one. And I think it makes sense because this is an upgrade more on, I would say, a middle upgrade. So not a completely change on the car. So it's normal to keep it as it is, to keep his identity. So let's continue here.
But it's practical, much cheaper tires, much more comfortable, way more comfortable. So we just got out of the P7 Plus, which is, I have to admit, I do think it looks a little nicer, that little ducktail spoiler on the back.
Yeah, I agree with him totally. So I do believe that this little aileron does bring a little bit more personality. It changes the roundness of the existing car, so I do like it very much.
And we've just got out of the P7 Plus, which is...
The handles are exactly the same, as you see, they pop up.
Drive it. I'm pretty used to this, even though it's on the wrong side. Well, not really wrong, is it? We're in China, so it's the right side. On the left, steering wheel, left side of the road, left side of the car. Let's go. Here we go.
Seems very normal, seems very... It's the same.
Can actually, what we're going to do is adjust the menu settings to have it how I have it, so then I can compare them exactly the same. Let's change this into English. And guys, you can see here, in China you've got to do an exam. Is that right? Yep. Yeah. To make sure you know how it looks. Okay guys, now XPeng have basically responded to customers who are asking for what you can do in a Tesla, which is one pedal driving where it comes to a complete stop. When you're using regen braking, so the car, you never need to press the brake. You can just use regen braking to start and stop. A lot of people, well, there has been some people who haven't bought an XPeng because they want this feature. They're used to it in a Tesla, and they're saying when XPeng have this, then they'll buy one, which is interesting. I mean, I didn't realize this was a must-have for some people, but clearly they're used to it. So it has the feature now.
I have exactly the same feeling. So as I never had a Tesla, I don't even understand the topic about the real one pedal drive. So for me, I do love the X pedal as it is. I do like the fact that it brakes for us. We can control the speed of the car using just the accelerator, and then if we want to come to a complete stop at the end, when we are at 3 kilometers per hour, we can just put the foot on the pedal to brake the car. So for me, it's very nice, but it's true. I do see a lot of people asking if one pedal drive is already implemented, if it is going to come to the new XPeng or to the current one. So it seems that it is really something that Tesla introduced, and it is very important, especially for Tesla users. But I don't know if I will use it or not, because I already saw a couple of videos and news about that when you start not using the brake pedal a lot, your brain disconnects the importance of that pedal, and then sometimes there are some mistakes. But I don't know. Again, I think it's more about getting used to a feature than having it or not. So I do believe that if most of the Tesla users start driving Xpengs without the real one pedal drive, they will get used to it and will forget about real one pedal drive. But again, I think it's just a software implementation, and if Xpeng can deliver that to the new models or to the current models, it's okay. I just would love to have it as a choice, not an implementation that it's like that and that's it. So I don't know if it is a choice or not. Let's see how the car does perform on that.
It definitely has it. It's a button you can press on the screen, which it's not activated in Australia, but I'm hoping that they'll do an over-the-air software update. Let's find out later, to enable this feature, because it should just be software integrated. I just tested it. It works. I'm going to try it one more, try it a couple more times to check. Okay, worked again. Now let's go a little faster and see what happens. Okay, worked again.
So we tested, but it didn't show how to activate or deactivate it. So we don't know if it is just another generation setting. So as we currently have low, medium, high, and X pedal, I don't know if there is another one called one pedal drive or to a full stop, an X stop, or something like that. So it didn't show, but it seems that it's working. So it did come, I think, only in the first one, because on the others he started driving faster, but it worked. So it's there. So I do believe that this will be delivered to the existing models also. So for all those fans of one pedal drive, it will come for sure. I hope. That's all.
So I'm a fan of the handling of the G6.
So it seems that the test drive was only around the Xpeng place.
Alrighty.
So it's just driving around.
Pretty similar to my car. Now, it's quickly.
Okay, it is what it is. So let's just bring a little bit faster because
Guys, now my settings, my personal settings that I run in my G6, I put it in sport. I put the power steering in sport. I put brake pedal feel in sport.
okay, see here. Let me just try to bring here a little bit. It's called stop mode. Okay, so let me just push it here. So as we can see, we have exactly the same features. So the comfort, standard, sport, and individual, exactly the same power response, power steering, brake pedal feel. But then on the X pedal, regeneration, it's still the same. So disable, low, medium, and high. So the X pedal now, it is not the X pedal. So before we had low, medium, high, and then X pedal. And now you can disable the X pedal. So it instead of having the low regeneration, it's disabled. So there are a change here on the regeneration. And then if you see here below this, it will pop up. It will show a trigger there that it's called stop mode, and probably you will need to activate that if you want to have one pedal drive. So
brake pedal feel.
you will see here. So stop mode, as you can see here, it says if X pedal is enabled, the car will slow down to a stop after you release the accelerated pedal. So this is the one pedal drive feature implementation here. So they did change a little bit the regeneration settings, and then they included just a trigger. So for the people that want one pedal drive, they can activate it here.
X pedal. Ah, we didn't have X pedal on. I thought it felt different. Okay, let's put X pedal on medium. No, I usually put it on high actually. Operation too frequent. What does that mean? Okay, if X pedal is enabled, the car will slow down to a stop after you release the accelerator pedal. Oh, so it has. Aha! Okay, this is the feature that everyone's asking for.
Okay, so as you can see in the video, it was recorded so he edited the video, of course. So this was when he found out, and then he tested it. But in the video, he showed first testing and then finding out. So It's okay. It's just a editing mistake.
Okay, so this is the feature that heaps of people ask me for.
And now, as you can see here, we have the streaming rear view mirror that has a setting also here. Let's see if he explores it or not.
Same as Tesla, where you can put it in one pedal driving. Now this is what we need to test. We need to test to see how this works. All right. Now let's see.
自动泊车。好的，方南 spaces. Which one do you want
Okay,
to
it's not him that is driving now, as you could see on the hand. So for some reason he's not here, so he's just recording. And it seems that they were activating the self park by voice.
方南 spaces. Which one do you want to park in? Whatever.
You do it. You do it.
Okay, now it gives numbers so that when we are with voice assistant, we can say parking number 3 or 4, and then the car will perform that. It's nice.
Same thing as here.
Okay, seems very close to what we have currently. Very similar.
Way better than the P7. As one
Very
go.
smooth.
Yeah. That's how it normally is. Okay. All right, guys, there you can see it parked with one. Didn't do any maneuvers, just one maneuver. I gave itself a thumbs up. It was like a little.
What is this? NGP completed. Okay, now it seems that it gives some type of statistics. I don't know what this is.
Celebration. Okay. Now it's giving us a report on how the NGP went. All right. Lane.
A 15 to 40 seconds assist driving video will be regenerated if the DVR function is available. Nice. So, of course, in Europe, as we don't have the DVR working at all, so the dash cam, but it seems that after you drive and after you use NGP, so the self-drive stuff, it will generate like a preview, not a preview because it's not before, but a review video of the driving that you can then take it out. So it's nice. It could be some advertising moments for XPeng driving.
It's changed. How long we had it on for.
Very
how
nice.
many times it deactivated. Intersect on. Is that right?
So wheel proportion, I don't know what this is. 4 times that they have changed lane, 5 time intersections, 2 time detours, 20 minutes.
Let's check if minutes, 12 minutes. It's a new platform, and XPeng haven't actually talked about this, but it's actually new batteries that they're using for this. New batteries enable this kind of insane fast charging. Now, I should mention those new batteries are in the long range version. I believe that the standard range version, which uses lithium iron phosphate batteries, I think that's still the same LFP batteries. But the battery is bigger. The standard range version has a bigger battery. It's about 10% bigger, which means it should get a similar range to Tesla's standard range Model Y.
So I am not sure what he's talking about, because from what I understood from the press release and the information when the cars were announced for Europe, all the versions would be LFP. So yes, the single range will still be an LFP battery. Probably a new battery pack, a different pack. But for the remaining ones, yes, because they will not be an NMC battery, but still an LFP battery. So it seems that XPeng is changing to LFP batteries for all the models. But again, the configurations are still not fully visible of what will come to Europe on this point. And yes, they are different because it is enabled the 5C charging specs. So if this is coming to also to Europe, it will be much faster charging rates. But then, of course, you need also the chargers for that. So he's talking about the chips. Let's see what he says, because I do believe that we are already at the end of the video. We didn't saw anything about self-drive functionalities. It's just talking about that. So I don't know. Probably from what I took from the video, it seems that the person that did drive on city that came out with those statistics that you saw in the video was the person that was with him, a salesperson from XPeng, a woman that was there because it was her that was on the driving seat over there. So probably it is normal in this type of event. So it's a XPeng responsible person that will take people around the town to show a couple of things, and then he was able to drive it in the parking lot of XPeng just to check some things, and that's what we saw here on the video. He's now going to talk about the chips. Let's see what he got from
I
that.
just think maybe the calibration in those cars wasn't exactly correct. So the G6 in future will have the Turing chip. The Turing chip is XPeng's full self-driving chip. And it's manufactured by, well, it's not manufactured by, but XPeng designed it, I believe in collaboration, possibly with NVIDIA. But XPeng decided to no longer use NVIDIA chips in the future for their self-driving. They'll use them for other purposes, but for the actual car self-driving, they have their own chip.
I don't know if this is truly the correct statement, because from what I understood, there are two versions. So there are, in fact, a new chip that is developed by XPeng, that is the Turing chip, but then there are also implementations, and XPeng do consider those implementations equal. That is the combination of two Orin X chips that are going to be introduced in the cars. So I do believe that even for the European market, the Turing chip is not going to be included. We still don't know if there is a combination of the two Orin X chips, or if there is a Snapdragon chip for the infotainment and one Orin X chip for the self-driving features. So this is the topic that it's still not clear, that it's arising a couple of discussions on internet and on discussion groups about XPeng, because people that are now starting to think on buying the new versions are then realizing that it is not clear the chips that are coming with the cars. And we need to understand this very clearly, because of course that XPeng could say that it is not feasible that in the next 4 years we have the exact same conditions to self-drive the cars in Europe as they currently are doing in China. And so the current processing power of the cars, the existing ones and the new ones, it's going to be enough with one chip for processing power, because they are not expecting that in 4 years or 5 years we will have the possibility to do full self-drive in cities. And this combination of chips, so the new Turing chip or the two Orin X chips, are needed for these full self-drive in cities from point A to point B, to understand roundabouts, to understand intersections, etc., as it is already being done in China. But in Europe, we are not allowed to do that due to regulations. There are some tests already, but I do believe that it will take time. So, if we cannot even have a dash cam in Europe, so it will take time to be able to get these. Even Tesla is selling this feature, the full self-drive feature in Portugal, for instance, and then you cannot use it for most of the situations. So it is what it is.
I do like this car. It's still great.
Okay, guys. So I think it's we are reaching the end of the video, and I don't think we will get anything else more from this. So guys, here it is. I wanted just to get this because Electric Viking was one of the first persons that I saw when I was searching for XPeng videos. And when I saw that he released a video about the new XPeng and that he drove it, I wanted to check, but I did remind then that I could make a video about that, giving you my honest feedback on that. But to be honest, I was expecting a little bit more. We need to wait a couple of more days, months to start getting some reviews of the European and or international markets, let's call it like that, XPengs that are leaving China, because even the previous version or the current version, let's call it like that, comparing the Chinese version to the European version, there are many differences. So I do expect that there are many differences also on the new versions. And because of that, we cannot assure that we are going to get that version. Okay, it is not clear still. There are some discussions, as I mentioned a couple of times already, about the chips, the processing power. That I do believe it would be the biggest change on comparing both the current and the new version. There are some changes, but to be honest, to wait 3, 4, 5 months for the new version just because you have a small change in the back, that you have rear view mirror that is digital, that we didn't even saw what it could do. But not getting the processing power, for me, it will be non-factor to do business in 5 months. I would do it immediately because it would be very similar. So it's just cosmetic changes. Not to make this video longer, thank you very much for being here. This is a different video as you are used to have in my channel, but I will probably start doing this more because I do believe that when I find this stuff, I would like to share that with you. So I will start doing this one more. Okay, guys, so thank you very much, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.